United States, the world's richest and most powerful nation, is paralyzed by one of its longest ever government shutdown, with over 1.4 million federal employees now facing weeks without pay. The government shutdown has passed beyond 4 weeks now, and as this crisis deepens, everyday life for millions of Americans is grinding to a halt, and critical government services are being starved of the funds they need to operate. The most direct impact? Nearly 730,000 government employees are still reporting to work every day, but they're not getting paid. Homeland Security officers, TSA screeners, IRS staff, and many more are desperately juggling second jobs, delivering food, or pawning personal belongings just to scrape by. Another 670,000 have been furloughed, meaning they're forced to stay home with no paychecks on the horizon unless Congress later agrees to retroactive compensation. For thousands, survival has come down to visiting food banks, reaching out to charities, or even dipping into retirement savings to cover rent and bills. Labor unions are pleading with Congress to end the standoff, demanding back pay and a return to normalcy. But so far, relief hasn't come. Nearly every corner of federal life is feeling the strain. Impacted programs are 1. Essential food assistance. The SNAP program, Lifeline Food Aid, for over 40 million Americans, faces immediate funding shortages. States are preparing to slash or suspend benefits, and the administration's refusal to tap emergency reserves could spell hunger for millions. 2. Mothers and children. WIC, the Vital Nutrition Program for low-income mothers and kids, is running on borrowed funds that are set to dry up this weekend, with more than 7 million people at risk of losing support. 3. Early education. The Head Start program, giving vital educational and nutritional support to disadvantaged children, has already begun closing centers across 41 states and Puerto Rico, impacting tens of thousands of families. 4. Rural air services. The Essential Air Service is nearing a total pause. Remote towns could lose flight access, especially in states like Alaska and the Midwest, as subsidies run out. 5. Airports in transit. Unpaid TSA agents and air traffic controllers are experiencing burnout, leading to absenteeism, long security lines, delayed and canceled flights. Aviation safety and morale are on the line. 6. Healthcare programs. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services are short-staffed, causing glitches on healthcare.gov and confusion just as millions try to enroll in new insurance plans. Delays could drive up premiums for working families next year. With mounting pressure, the White House authorized emergency payrolls for 1.3 million active-duty military by redirecting money from research and development budgets, draining $6.5 billion from other priorities just to keep paychecks flowing. Even then, the Pentagon relied on an anonymous $130 million private donation to meet salary needs. Officials admit these are only stopgap moves and cannot avert deeper crises if the shutdown drags on. So, what's being done to end the shutdown? Not much, at least not yet. President Trump and House Speaker Mike Johnson remain locked in a painful standoff with Democrats over whether to tie crucial healthcare reforms to government funding. Johnson argues against piecemeal solutions, while Senate leaders blame the administration for withholding available emergency funds. Short-term continuing resolutions have failed to earn enough votes, and both sides are digging in deeper. Some lawmakers urge moderation, but the bitter divide has left federal workers and families in limbo. The U.S. economy will bear the brunt. Economists warn the longer this shutdown lasts, the greater the toll on America's economy. Consumer spending is falling, government contracts are on hold, and investors are nervous as public frustration mounts. The Treasury hasn't defaulted yet, but fears of lost international credibility are growing, alongside real pain for those relying on government support. The image is stark: the wealthiest country on earth, unable to pay its own employees, feed its poorest families, or keep its essential services running.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.